Live. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project, the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that.
We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to help us to redefine what's cool. Uh, how's that sound? How that sound? Facebook, let us know how it
Oh,
sounds.
because you know what? I think it sounds good.
You think it sound real
I
good?
think it sounds
It
good.
sounds nice. My mic sounds nice. My mic sounds nice. Yeah. How y'all feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. We halfway through the week.
Yeah. Hump day.
Huh? Day.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So, a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, so we kind of started talking. You are
I am,
your brother John,
I am
and I am
here.
here. This is the
The Tampa
Big
Bay Breakfast
Breakfast
Club.
Club.
Yeah, brought to you by the New Image Project.
Yes, aka
See
See
that?
that.
Yeah, and we want to thank y'all for tuning in again, helping us to redefine what's cool. So, the New Image Project, for those who don't know, the New Image Project was started during the Our Stop the Violence efforts back in 2012, 2013, 2014. And a part of those focus groups that we were having, the conversation was about the music, the influence of culture, the influence of media.
Mhm.
And so we said, okay, well, we're going to just start using that to our advantage and create a new image project. And image is an acronym for information, media, arts, graphics, and entertainment.
Mm.
See what we did there?
Mhm. Ooh.
and
I
yeah,
mean, like kind of like Billy D. Smooth.
yeah, I'm feeling kind of Billy D-ish this morning. Is this my birthday?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
happy
yeah, yeah,
birthday!
yeah, yeah. Happy birthday to me.
Okay, so let me tell you, if you're watching, it is your brother John's birthday.
Yeah,
Okay, he's accepting gifts all month.
I am.
Like I'm always accepting gifts, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna like extend this to you.
thank you.
Right?
The gift acceptance
Yes, take the
thing.
gift. Now, a part of this gift, right, is twofold. We want you to send a star,
Yes.
then send him a gift as well.
Okay.
How about
Dollar
that?
sign bro John
There you go.
47. That's
Yeah,
the cash tag. Dollar sign bro John 47.
there we go. There we go. So, okay, how do you feel this morning?
I feel amazing. Aria, good morning. Yeah, I feel real amazing. I feel peaceful. How about that?
Okay, and
I
then
feel peaceful.
Facebook people, tell us how it sound out there.
Yeah, because I know we had some technical difficulties, but Mr. J came and got us together. So I appreciate that, Mr. J.
Mhm.
I hope we sounding better, loud and crystal clear in your ear. That's what I like to I like for today. Y'all call in and just give me your a brother John experience. A time where we interacted or just something that you remember about an experience with brother John. Let's do that.
Okay, so
Can we do that
can
today?
I
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, because I got a lot of Brother John
Okay.
experiences, right?
Okay.
Uh, and I always say, like, I love my tribe, right?
Yes.
Like, I
Yes.
love my tribe. And I can tell you is that because we're all in so close quarters, quite often we know
Hmm.
each other. And like, I
Yes.
done came in here like broke down.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
done came
Okay.
in here and I'm trying to hold it together. And you look at me and you're like, you okay?
Yeah.
What you need? I'm here
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That means so much because some people,
I appreciate
like,
that.
people don't always pay attention to
Oh
you. You
yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
I think you don't say nothing is when you say something the loudest a
That's
lot of
true.
times.
That's true.
And people who really care for you hear it.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I appreciate that, right? So
Thank
that's
you.
John.
Thank you.
Brother John.
One, two, three, and four.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So
Okay.
another.
I love how you and your wife
Mm,
love on each other, right? I
thank
love
you.
see
Look, I
the
feel good
hate.
with you just saying
Like, one
think
time
about
because
it.
we talk about relationships quite often, especially when you
Yeah,
ask Kiana. And I know one time I asked like, "Do you need your wife or do you want her wife?" Which I mean
yeah,
is
that's a good question.
you know what I mean, and both of them is important.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
because I feel like, we came in this life, so we need somebody, but
Yeah,
you're about like the one. Like I want to stay in the fight.
yeah,
But you looked at it and you was like, I need her.
I do.
You was like, I need her.
I
And to
do,
see
my
other
God.
great men like that
I
and just
do.
show like the importance of your household because you don't
Yeah,
make no decisions without her and you're true to who you are.
yeah.
Like you're
You gonna
not
make me cry.
somebody else tomorrow that you're not
Thank
today
you.
or who you
If
wasn't yesterday. And you always talk about how emotional you is and you stay true to
yeah, look, you got me about to cry now. Think about my wife, man, and birthdays. Like I have I remember when I was 17, and we were talking about my birthday, and I didn't want to turn 18.
What?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Man, it was so much going on at 17.
Mhm.
18 was scary.
Oh, oh. See, we say how
18 was scary.
don't know this brother John.
18 was scary, man.
Brother John not
Yeah,
doing
this was it wasn't Brother John then. I think it was Shorty J then. Yeah. You know, I done had a couple lifetimes. So, yeah, I think I was Shorty J then. Uh, and I really was like afraid, man, and just I was depressed on my birthday. I think I might have just slept.
Mhm.
And there was like a time where birthdays for me, I used to get real depressed. I get real sad for my birthdays. I don't know why, but it was just I had a lot happening, a lot going on,
Mhm.
and then it kind of like peaked in maybe like '97.
Mhm.
I was hanging with some white boys, to tell the truth, and I did some drugs. And after I came down off them drugs, I ain't want to be here no more, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was just, but it was just like my mind. You know, my mind really was playing tricks on
And
me.
people don't know how strong drugs are.
Mhm.
Cause you think that like they're not like you be like, oh, I'm just
That's
getting
what your mind,
high.
man.
It really does. Like
Yeah,
so the feeling is good
yeah.
right there,
In the
but
moment, yeah,
in the moment, but the calm down,
yeah.
you start
And I was on some stuff, man. When I came down, I tell you what, the come down for me was just a whole lot of guilt. Like I was messing up bad, and I
Mhm.
was hurting a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I wanted to stop for a long time, but I didn't know how. Like I didn't know how to just like switch it up and change it up.
Mhm.
And when I was on them drugs and came down off that drug, the solution was, man, you just got to get rid of yourself. Like you got to remove yourself from the picture.
And
And
that's
you know
and
what I'm
it's
saying?
powerful because it plays tricks on you.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
does. And then so a lot of times people
It's
take
using your voice.
right.
Right.
So a lot of times the drugs is to mask the pain, but when you're
Yeah,
coming back down, the pain then like roars
it's
back
right there.
and
Yeah.
it comes out really because you done
Ooh,
silenced it for you done
yeah,
silenced it for some hours and then now
yeah.
when you're coming out, you hear everything that you were escaping. You're screaming, you're losing, what are
Yeah,
you doing with your life? You're
yeah,
hurting the people you love.
yeah. It was
You're
like
supposed to be angry. Don't trust nobody.
mhm,
Really loud.
all that stuff.
And
Yeah.
so when you hear that, you know what I mean? When you're coming down, and it's hard for you to fight that because you done kind of masked that at that point.
And here's the thing, it's hard to fight it because you think it's you.
Right.
Like, you really think that that's you, and you think that you speaking in your voice, but it's not your voice, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I realized and I learned later, that a lot of the negative self-talk that I had was things that people said to me about me, and I agreed with them, but I ain't know that I agreed with
So
them.
let's say that again. And so I think we talk about this all the time about planting positive seeds.
Mhm.
Your words have power. Your tongue is the most powerful muscle that you
Oh my
have,
god.
right? And we
Thanks,
use it
y'all.
so loosely, right?
Yeah,
All right, so we're having real talk on here, right? So, in this real talk, and I'm gonna hop back to what I'm saying. Make sure you wish your brother John happy birthday.
yeah,
Send
call me,
us some stars. Call us 727-637-2416.
because it is what's on your mind Wednesday,
Right,
and
and
that's what we
so
talking about. We talking about what's on our mind.
so
This
back
this what's
to
on our mind. Yeah.
so back to what's on our mind is that like you become what everybody say you are if
Mm.
you buy into it.
Yeah, it's agreement.
It is an
You
agreement.
go into agreement with it, and like I said, I have my whole theory on this. It's just it's my thoughts, my ideas.
Well, let's hear
Um, but just you become what you agree to, right?
it. Hmm.
And sometimes we agree to things unknowingly, like we don't realize that we've agreed with them, but we just go into and we
Hmm.
operate from a place of agreement with it. So, for example, if somebody tell you you bad, you might not think that you're bad, but you start acting bad because you really agree that you're bad. But you know what I'm saying?
Or you just and it's self conscious.
And
You know.
and and it's love. I think here's the other part of the. I don't know if y'all heard that intro, but Mr. Edmond is in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Birthday, my guy.
But thank you, sir. But I think the agreement and me and Mr. Edmond, we talk about this a lot, and we think with this a lot too. Just this idea that when you when you agree, right? And like I said, just thinking about my wife said happy birthday, my God. I don't think I ever heard her say that. I don't think I ever heard her talk like that. I don't think I ever heard her say nothing like that. I heard her call, I heard her call me a dude. I ain't never heard her say happy birthday, my guy. Oh man, the times are changing. But like I said, the try and get to this in a quick way. When you
We got
say
2 hours.
when you say you bad, right? Somebody tell you you bad, and it's somebody who you love.
Hmm.
Yes, you
You,
internalize.
you want them to be right, and so you make them right by being bad. I
Even if
just
you
say it like that.
so even if you don't want them to be right, right? But what happens is you're looking for their attention.
Yeah,
And
that's
their
another.
attention
That's a
and
whole
so
nother. Yeah,
right.
yep, yep.
So the attention that they give because usually people are seeking something.
Hmm.
And so then they become who you think they are to get your attention.
Right.
So bad attention, negative attention is just as equally
It's attention. Yeah.
it's attention as good. Like you think like, oh, they're gonna be good if I show them good attention. But if you only show them attention when they're bad,
Right.
that's what they're gonna
Yeah,
go
you
ahead and
highlight.
And it's not a conscious thing.
no,
It's like learned behavior. It's stimulus response. So you get stimulated by something and you respond a certain way. It's like the reflex. You know how when we used to be little, when they go to the doctor, they don't do that no more. They still hit you on the knee when you go to the
yeah,
doctor.
they do.
They do.
Yeah,
So when they hit you on the knee,
You
the
kick.
hit is the stimulus. The moving of your knee is
yeah.
the response. That's what I mean when I say stimulus response. Like
Mhm,
something happens to get you to respond a certain way,
mhm.
and it's like certain situations. And I did a lot of work on myself, and still, in the process. But I've learned a lot about me.
Uh,
And
And you have to do the work too. You have to
yeah,
do
uh,
the work, right? Part of
yeah,
it. And
absolutely,
two, when you're an adult and then you have people in your life that's now trying to give you positivity, it's so many weeds that they have to put out.
yeah,
And I
uh,
mean, these are a lot of them.
yeah,
These are rooted, and it's really hard to reprogram somebody damaged.
right, right,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then because a lot of people walk into your life and see the greatness in you, even when you don't see it in yourself. And this is
That's why I
why,
need
fact.
my wife.
and this is why your tribe is so important. You
Yeah,
have to surround yourself around positive people that
For real.
sees your light, even when you feel like it's dim.
that's true.
You know
That's
what I
so
mean?
true.
When
That's true.
you don't see your own greatness, you need other people around you to remind you how great you is. And
Mm.
everybody
Hmm.
needs that,
Yes, I,
right?
I absolutely agree.
Everybody needs that. So,
Especially your children.
yes, because you are their first hero,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And so, if their hero is the one that is telling them and feeding them all the negativity, how can somebody else come in and overshadow it? That's the most important relationship that you have
Mm,
is your parent.
That's
And
true.
once that is damaged, a lot of times it's hard for you to have really healthy relationships with other people.
Yes, I agree. Mr.
But
Edmund,
it's not. Go
Mr.
ahead.
Edmund, welcome to the ride, man. What's good?
And you got to tell your brother John's story. So if y'all are listening, we are going. That's how we we started out with
Yeah.
this. I started out with my. Did I do three? Your brother
Mm,
John.
you did a couple.
I did a couple of
Yeah.
Yo Brother John. If you have a Yo Brother John story interaction, we're highlighting. We're giving him his flowers
Yeah.
today. We're gonna tell him and give him his flowers this way, but we want to physically give him some flowers.
Let's do it.
So send us stars,
Believe that.
and then cash app. Send him
Dollar
some,
sign, bro, John 47.
and then
Bruh,
talking about it.
Bro.
I know that Bro John
Yeah.
has at least 5,000 followers on Facebook,
Yeah.
right? If all you send him $1,
That will make me have such a happy birthday, I swear.
$1,
Look, I ain't asking for it. If you send it, I definitely appreciate it.
and $1,
Yeah.
5,000. Listen, a $1.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got 4 quarters.
Or you can have one person do 5,000. You can have 5 people do 1,000. However y'all do that, but
Let's get
whatever you
let's
do,
get it.
or if you just tag a friend,
Okay,
that's
okay.
that's good
okay. We can hear cute, but not as clear as.
as we did. So I'm happy.
Hold on,
Hold
maybe
Hold
something
up.
happened.
Shout out to our producers
Hello.
out there
Yeah.
on Facebook, man.
Yeah,
That's
we
helping
do.
us producing joint. Brother John, Brother J, yo, Brother J.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So I
sir.
got a lot of memories with Brother J.
Yeah,
Right.
we made a lot.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I got a lot of memories with Brother J.
Okay, okay.
I've been blessed to work very closely with Brother J over the last 10, 11 years.
Mhm.
So I don't know where to start.
Start at the beginning. How about that? Start at the beginning.
So okay, the beginning. So the beginning. I think it was like Easter.
Okay.
2011, 2012.
Okay.
Y'all do the math. He said 10, 11 years.
Yeah,
That's all
something
right.
like that.
Yeah.
It was like this same time of year.
Yeah.
Like around.
Yeah.
Like April 9, 10, 12, whatever.
We had a candlelight vigil, I remember,
Yep,
in April.
Tamika Mack,
Yeah.
God bless her soul.
Yeah.
She was tragically killed in like a home invasion type thing around Charles Park and Supercat. The illustrious Supercat flew together like a Cadillac visual for the young lady.
And I want to step back for a minute. That vigil was actually already planned.
Oh
And,
wow!
and so we had been planning and working towards doing the
And then
vigil.
that happened.
And then that happened because the idea for STV 12 was to
Stop the violence.
was to do things before something happened. And so we was already like cooking that up. I think
Wow.
look, you wasn't on the team then.
No, I missed those meetings.
So we pushed the date back. I think we were supposed to do it in March, but then we ended up doing it in April.
Well, if you,
But that's what I said. You wasn't there. We wouldn't have pushed the date. He don't move dates.
He don't move dates. I don't care if nobody don't know about the date.
It don't matter. If he
Is
said
it
it
there?
tomorrow, we
Well,
doing
if
it
it's there,
tomorrow.
boy, listen, sure, it's indicative.
Yeah.
So at this event, actually, God bless the dead, Rossi,
Mm-hmm.
had asked would I come out and take some pictures, do some video, because he was doing pictures of the event.
Right.
So a lot of people know Rossi used to always put me on photography jobs, and like he was definitely a big brother mentor, right?
Yes, sir.
So when he called, I actually felt honored. I got a lot of respect for Supercat, so I felt honored. Oh yeah, boy, we gonna be there. I get the team together and we pull up.
Right.
Holla at Brother Joe. No, I walked through. We talked to like everybody. Mama T,
Yeah.
God bless the
Yeah.
dead. She was there.
That coalition was so solid,
Lisa
man.
Willer
Lisa
Bowman
Bowman.
Lisa Willer before she became city council. She
Yeah.
spoke. She was there.
Yeah.
It was a very powerful. It was
Tamara
very
Felton Howard was,
yes. It was
key
very
in that.
powerful.
Thank you, Sister Tam, for your contribution.
And we was walking across the Charles Park thing. Brother John, hey brother, what you doing? Hey, what you doing there? Yeah, doing my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty
And,
much.
and yeah, man, come through and I'm president of the neighborhood association. What neighborhood association? Charles Park. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, just come on through, man. You need to come through, man.
Now you got the shirt on. Look at the shirt. You got the shirt.
Listen, it all began.
You got the shirt.
Listen, that's
It was
how
an
it all.
invitation.
That's how it all began. And I thank my brother because like sister Lady Humphreys.
Okay.
Like Lady Humphreys always say, thank you for allowing me to serve.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, people always want to find their way into the community work. try to get in where they fit in.
Right.
And a lot of times it don't work. It be mismatched. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank Brother John, Leadership Development 101.
Thank you,
You
sir.
know, and so much so, ladder of engagement. I was like not involved. I wasn't volunteer. That was actually my first like volunteer. I used to volunteer help people all the time.
Right.
Like, but as a
Not like an organized
no,
part of an organized
no,
effort
never.
and
That was my
movement.
first
Yeah.
time. You know
A
what I'm
group.
saying? And when
Yeah.
Ross
Yeah.
asked me, and I was like, "Hey, man, that's something I want to do anyway. I want to help out."
Right.
So it already kind of fit what I wanted to get into. And then when I got there, I started meeting all the people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That I would end up working with.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
it was a blessed thing. Brother John recruited me. Before you know it, I was
Yeah.
at SEIU meetings
Man, it's a
and
big fish, man.
what?
I caught a big one, boy.
Yeah,
I
he
caught a
did.
real big fish.
He reeled me in.
and,
We
and
on the boat.
and I'm telling you, it's really been an amazing ride. Just a brotherhood, man. And so like in the spirit of just gratitude and thanking
Yes.
folks for life, like the influence and the impact that you've had on my life over these past 10 years has been amazing. A lot of the work that I'm doing, stuff that I'm doing right now, I know I wouldn't be doing without your backing, support, and influence. Because you were the political guy. Like I tell the story a lot, and I tell it because it's true. I didn't vote, and I remember you saying, "Just get the ballot, and we can do it together."
we got this.
You know
Don't
what I'm
worry.
saying?
No, you
Like you was
okay?
like, "Don't even worry about it," because I'm
Get the
like, "Man,
ballot.
I don't
Grab
even
it.
know who to vote for.
Don't
I don't know,
worry. Don't worry about
and just like it just
Yeah.
to see that and to have that experience. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the candidate forum, this is like
Mhm.
2013.
Yep.
And really the end of 2012 and the beginning of 2013, because that's when that election cycle
Yep.
was happening.
Yep. So I talk about like, hey man, we got to do something.
And
It's
you was
gonna be
like on me. You was like, "Man, we got to do
that's
something. We got to
right.
do something."
Well,
I'm
it's
like,
gonna
"Man,
be a
I
mayor
don't."
election, man. We
And
got to
I'm
do something. What you mean? What we gonna do?
and I'm
Man, we
like,
gotta
"Nothing." And I'm like, "What we've been doing, let them people be great."
But can I say this is the crazy because I know this is about Brother John, but what
Mm-mm.
people don't know about Jabbar is he was an
It's
advocate for
us.
this. No, it's you today.
Okay, thank
It's you
you.
today. But I'm kind of, but you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
this is us, but it's really about you. You
Okay.
the forefront.
All
You the
right.
you.
Well,
forefront.
I'll take it.
But
I
I'm
can
gonna
sit in
say
that.
this is about Jabbar. A lot of people didn't know that a lot of the work that he was doing, he couldn't even do himself.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yeah.
was signing people up to vote and telling people to vote, and
He
he
couldn't
could
vote.
not vote.
Oh my God.
It's not until recently that Jabbar even got his
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're
voting
right.
rights.
2018. Yeah.
You're right.
2018.
Amendment 4.
He had more
Right,
people voting than registered voters,
right.
and
And
he
you know,
couldn't vote, man.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you like a testament of like how much
Mm.
like our team believes in the work that we do, even if we can't do, we
That's
still see
right.
the power in
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
That's right.
everybody
Else.
else
Yep.
should. Because there's a lot of stuff. Jabbar was like, I don't know, but he was like I can't do it, but you need to.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
can't.
It
And
was
just
really
like
it was really a vote for me. That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
right.
if you can't vote,
Vote
vote
for
for
me.
me.
Yeah.
And
You know what I'm
you
saying?
could vote, and he was not gonna let you not vote.
That's right.
And then the thing is, he didn't even tell nobody he couldn't vote.
Yeah, I ain't say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The inner circle. I talked to the inner circle
Yeah.
about it, but it
Then
wasn't like,
you voted yet?
yeah. I
No.
ain't used to lead. I ain't used to lead with it.
No,
No.
you never know, but you'll think that he was in line with you.
Yeah.
I would be.
And he would be in line with you. But when it's time to go do it.
Yeah.
He in line with somebody
He
else.
step aside.
Yeah.
He keeping the line
You
moving.
can go in front of me.
So in this, I want to say this. This is how Brother John is. This is about Brother John, but he making it about somebody else. So when I was coming in, listen. When I was coming out, I was listening, and you were talking about, what I'm saying, like you didn't want to be here. That's suicide.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that on your birthday, and you sharing that story that helps people in the community.
Yes, sir.
That we don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's,
Yeah.
and I ain't talking about Superman. And the truth, it impacts our community. We are faced with that, right?
Right.
People
Right.
are hearing stuff in their heads that they can't rationalize out.
That's true.
And just by talking about it now, they can say, you know what, that's what Brother John was talking about.
Yeah.
And when they hear the voice saying this stuff, be quiet.
That ain't your voice.
Go
man.
sit down.
That's not your voice.
And
not
take
your voice.
control.
Yeah.
And thank God, you know what I'm saying, that you're here because
Yes,
you
sir.
have
Thank
been able
you.
to touch so many lives. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
and later on, I mean, it's just interesting that whole period, because after like study and really conversations, really recent. When I say recent, I'm talking about the last 4 or 5 years. doing some conversations with Dr. Brittany Peters, and we was on a panel discussion,
Mm.
and she talked about passive suicide, right? How
Wow.
you like passively suicidal. And after she started saying it and started talking about the ideology of it,
Mhm.
you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying, and how you ideate, like I realized, man, I had been passively suicidal for a long time. I just never
Wow.
really verbalized it. And I was like doing stuff like what we was talking about earlier. I was like self-medicating, trying to escape a lot of the
Some of those
pain. You know what I
actions
mean? Like
are passive
it's
suicide.
passive suicide. And then
Oh,
and then I got
wow.
to a spot. It was, where I was like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to just do it. You know what I'm saying? And by God's grace, it didn't happen that way. He got another plan for me,
Yes.
but I really hit that spot where I really, really, really was like, man, something got to give, break, or come untied. You know what I'm saying? And I can't stay this way. I can't be like this because I also had the burden of purpose, the blessing and the burden. Like my mom, by God's grace, she always told me I was born for a purpose, and so I had that burden on me as well. But I also had that blessing because I knew,
Mhm.
you know what I mean. But like that's why I says it's like a blessing and a burden
It is.
because I know that I'm born to do something, but I don't know what it is. So that's
Mm.
that's the, that's the struggle.
And then you
You
don't
know
want
what I'm
people, and then
saying?
you don't want people depending on you. Like you want people, but you don't
Yeah,
want the
yeah.
responsibility because you thinking, "Oh, if I do this, when so many people depend on you, you don't want to fail them."
I ain't even have
Mhm.
no idea. I
You
wasn't
know
even
what
thinking like that. I'm telling you, it was just confusion
Yeah.
Wow.
and just a struggle of like, what am I? Like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something and I don't know what it is. I guess it's like when they
Mhm.
talk about people with dementia and the frustration that come with it. It's like I was just sitting here and I don't know how I got here. I was like the experience, like it was like that. It was like I know I'm supposed to be doing something with my life, and I know it's going to be something big, but I have no idea what it is,
Mm.
Now,
and I don't, and I know what I'm doing ain't it.
okay, that was gonna be my
You
question.
know, like what I'm doing right now, like I know this ain't it
You're right.
because I'm looking at the smoke and the bridges I done burnt, the fires I done set, the people I done hurt, all of the stuff that I'm doing,
Mm.
the impact that I'm having on community, my mama, my girlfriend at the time, I had 2 children at the time, so I'm like, I know
Mm.
this ain't it, but I don't know what it is, and it was
Wow.
like really hard to try and turn that ship around.
So
Mm.
let me tell you this, and I'm glad you said that. For everybody that's listening, if you wake up the next day, you have the time to get right.
You better know it,
You know
man.
what I
Mm.
mean? A lot of times we be like, oh, it's too late. It's never too late to right your wrongs.
Yep,
You know what I mean? Now, I will tell you this: you cannot, if you wrong somebody, you
Yeah.
can't tell them
How to,
how to
yeah.
receive it and
Yeah.
how to feel. But
true.
all you can do
Mhm.
is accept your responsibility in it and be true to your apology and keep it moving.
That's right.
Right?
Mm.
But
Well, they
like
say the
if
best apology is change behavior.
yes, and that's
Yeah,
what everybody wants. People
Yeah.
want to be.
Yeah.
We can't like if
yeah,
I want to like I
But we
want
want to see that change.
they
yeah.
want to see that
Right, right, right,
change.
right.
It's like yeah, because
Keep
people
keep keep
if
shucking
you
and jiving.
if you like if somebody loved you and they truly love you, they probably always gonna love you in some kind of capacity. And what happened is that
Hmm.
they back up from you because they know that you haven't changed. The
That's true.
apology doesn't mean anything because they done heard it so many times. It's to change behavior.
Yep,
And once you show them to change behavior, and not just for like 2 days, not for 2 months,
yeah,
it really has to be something for real. And then you'll see them people come back around.
that's true. If they meant to be
If
there,
they
because
meant to be, because some people,
sometimes it just it's time to
Time. Yeah.
move
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
things. Yeah,
and that was a
Everything has a time.
yeah,
and that was that lesson that you needed at that time to make you a better person for somebody else. So
yeah. Every day is a fresh start. That's what
mhm,
Domino said. My wife said, "Get out your head."
mhm.
That's real. Get
Yeah,
out your own way sometimes. Sometimes you the biggest obstacle in your life is you.
that's true.
Not sometimes you are.
Most times,
I mean, no, some
most
people got
times.
some obstacles.
Yeah,
So I ain't
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say it. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Most
Some
times,
people obstacles are humongous,
yeah,
but sometimes the biggest one be them
yeah. You
themselves.
start there.
Yeah, get out your head.
That's that circle of influence, and just controlling what you can control, and you
Mhm.
start with how
That's
you
it.
how you control yourself. They say you can't control what happened to you sometimes, but you
Control how you
control
handle
how
it.
you handle it
And
and how
how
you
you handle,
respond.
and that's what
Yeah,
divides like greatness to mediocre,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Ooh.
No, it is
yeah.
because somebody else is mediocre, and when you see it,
Mm,
you that obstacle stop you,
mm-hmm.
and you you lose course, you go back down the mountain.
Mediocre.
But see, I
Right.
want to.
And this ain't nothing. I hope nobody feels
No,
like
no,
slighted
no.
or
You're
Yeah,
that.
right. You're
yeah,
right.
But greatness, you see the obstacle and you be like, oh, I can't walk up that way. Well, then I'm gonna go around.
right.
Like you let the mountain stop you. You still conquer the mountain. So just
Too
think
high
of
to get over, too low
no,
to get under.
no, we're gonna
You're
figure this
stuck in the
out.
middle.
We're gonna figure it out.
This is what I realized when you say when Michael Jackson said we too high to get over, too low to get under. We stuck in the middle. The thought, and I don't know where it came from, but it's like okay, if you can't get over it, you can't get under it. That means you got to go through it.
Mm,
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my takeaway from that off the wall. Like
yeah,
like you got to go through it.
yeah.
You
Go
can't go
under it.
over it. You can't go
Yeah.
under it because you're too high to go over it. You're too
Too
low to
low to
get
get
under.
under it.
You
Yeah.
stuck in the middle. How do you get through?
Go through.
You
You
go
gotta
through.
go through it.
So I want to say this, and I'm glad you said that by just pushing through because sometimes that's what the doctor prescribed.
Mm,
Just
Mm.
keep pushing,
that's
keep
right.
pushing. Even when you can't see the end, right? Sometimes they say you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel,
Yeah.
right? Because it's too much dust from you knocking all those rocks out the way, right?
That's
And
true.
then you seen that picture on Facebook where the person gets to the diamonds at the top and the person at the bottom is resting on their hammer because they tired.
Yeah.
And the diamond, the biggest diamond,
Yeah.
is right
Yeah.
out their reach, right
Yeah.
there. So
Elijah
keep
Muhammad said
pushing
we'll
through.
get to the door to
So you
hereafter
have to
and turn
believe in
around.
yourself
That's
when
right.
nobody else
Keep
does,
pushing it
right?
through, y'all.
And
Keep
then
pushing it through.
and this is motivating Wednesday now, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, it's what's on your mind.
It
It's
is
what's on your
but
mind, man.
you gotta keep on like when
Keep
you
pushing.
keep pushing when nobody else sees your vision, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Like I know that there's times like I know I've had dreams and people were like, oh, change the past. Like, they
Yeah.
try to talk about and I had to tell them
Yeah.
respectfully, like,
Yeah, get out my way.
yeah, like it ain't yours, it's mine.
Right.
Like I can't see the sunshine, but I know it's there.
Right.
So I'm going to where I know is at. So like what was that? Don't look at the
Yeah.
light. Yeah, no,
The exorcism.
I'm going towards the
No,
light.
that's what you told him. Go to the light. Go to
Yeah.
the light, Carol Ann. Go to the light. Go to the light. But
No,
here's my to the light story. So again, just that what's on your mind. It was a time when I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, but I thought it was a train.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, okay, even seeing the light, you doubt that the light is
what
the
is
light.
that? Yeah.
You
What
know
is
what I'm
that?
saying?
So right, no, because and it's again, it's everything that has
Yep.
been planted into you
Yep.
and all this other stuff. And then when you see goodness, and you be like, "You ain't for
Mm-mm.
real."
Mm-mm.
No,
This ain't me. This ain't for
Nah,
me.
nah, that ain't
Get it away from me.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Get it
Come
away
on,
from
man.
me now. You
no,
put the cross up.
and you be
Yeah,
like, "It's fake."
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, you ain't real. No, this can't be good. Like we talk our stuff out of such great stuff.
Yeah, and then the other part of that is a lot of this stuff is below our awareness, or it's
Mm,
what we would call subconscious. So,
wow.
so you wonder why people who, like you say, you get into the diamonds, you right
Yep.
there at the door of progress, and then you turn around, or you right there about to accomplish something,
Mm-hmm.
and when that difficulty factor intensifies, it's like labor. Like you can't turn around, you got to push this baby on out. You got to keep going. But a lot of that self sabotage and excuse making that we do is just because we see the light at the end of the tunnel, but we think it's a train and we don't
Mm,
think that it's for us. But you
wow.
gotta push through. You gotta like make yourself do it
Yeah,
and be glad that you did.
you do because
Yes.
when the tough get toughen,
The tough get tough.
When the
tougher.
going gets tough.
When the going gets tough, the tough get toughen.
Yeah.
That amazing
You
word.
made it tough and
Oh,
tough and
we do
tough.
that here. We redefine what's cool here on the regular basis. So
And as long as we know what you're talking about, it's a real word,
I
right?
love it. So when the tough get toughen,
That's
that's
right.
when
we toughen up.
yeah, you gotta toughen up.
Just keep
We
toughing.
gotta be bounty strong.
Yeah. Look, so that's a great way to let people know you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. It's the new 99 morning show right here on WUJM. It is a community owned public media resource, and we rely on your support to keep the doors open, to keep the shows on the air, to keep the lights on, y'all, to keep the AC blowing cold and the heat too, because it's Florida, so you never know what you're using one day to the next. But anyway, we need your help to do that. So you can Support us by visiting 99jamstheberg.com. Click on the donate button. We're going to pause for the calls, y'all. Take a real quick break, and then we'll be back with more of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club at about 7 minutes after the hour. Y'all stay tuned.
Yes, tag a friend while we doing it.
Tag a friend.
Believe
Share the
it.
page.
Democracy now.
Yep, coming up.
Partners that broke COVID restrictions.
Agape Souls Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulsBoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Souls Boutique today. Agape Souls Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulsBoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Souls Boutique today.
And the rugged terrain means that getting information about the extent across the border in Pakistan.
To ensure financial and
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Just brushing up on some of my favorite literary classics. Even if a page turner like this isn't up your alley, did you know our libraries offer so much more than classic books? There's also things like passes to local museums. You can download ebooks onto your Kindle device. And super cool things like a team gaming program. Visit your local library and see all it has to offer.
And wow.
Protesters and residents who were subjected to excessive police force, including tear gas, pepper spray, and rubber bullets over 2 days of demonstrations in 2020 following the police murder of George Floyd. The city will also award $500,000 to the Bread and Roses Community Fund for a grant that supports grassroots groups in Philadelphia. As part of the historic settlement, the Philadelphia Police Department will also withdraw from the 1033 lease program, which grants U.S. military equipment to local law enforcement agencies. This plaintiff, Parker, who was detained and brutalized by police, resulting in 3 surgeries.
America.
All right. Welcome back to Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm Brother John.
It's Qiana.
And I am one only Mr. Edmund.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka
Next.
Yeah.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in and helping us to redefine this.
So if you're just joining us, right? They're at the second hour.
Yep.
The top of the second hour. It's your Brother John birthday.
It is.
Big birthday.
And you know my goal? Keep on having.
Oh yeah. Oh, right. And you said you want to get so old that people say, "How you got that?"
Yeah. That's what I want to do. I want to do that. I want to like really have people say, "Dang man, what's the secret?
What is
How did you get to be this old?" And I can tell them like the one lady that I asked that she was like 106. She said, "Mind your business and leave other folks alone."
Mind your business
and leave other folks alone.
I think it's really about
That
the
was
stress-free life.
that was her secret at 103 years old or something like that. Mind your business and leave other folks alone. I was like, okay, I want to be that old.
So I'm looking at this upcoming event.
Okay.
Let's talk about health and
Mhm.
wellness symposium.
Okay.
Big shouts out to Stephanie Wynn
Yes.
putting this together. It's about IBD health disparities.
I think it's irritable bowel
IBD,
disorder or something.
IBD health disparities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think that's the other part of it. So we've been we're in some planning sessions right now for an event. I want to say May.
Yep.
May 4th, May 5th.
About
the disparities in chronic
pain.
illnesses.
Yes.
Because it's like a lot of chronic illnesses that our people in our community deal with, like IBD and Crohn's.
So
and
I
lupus
never knew about IBD,
Yeah.
right? And what made me say it, 'cause I'm reading it, is March 25th. I put it on the St. Pete community calendar. So if you want to know more about it, but we're dealing with a lot of health disparities, a lot of issues in our community that we got to address.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that was a part of the conversation that we've been having is like we need to really lift up more about how our people are living with and experiencing these chronic health conditions and the disparities, right?
People in pain and you don't even know it. They got a bad attitude and acting crazy, and you don't know they've been in pain for 24 hours.
Yeah,
at a 7 or higher.
Fibromyalgia and all these other things that you see people advertising.
Gout.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
gout.
Yeah. Never
Listen,
had
diabetes.
the gout, right?
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. This is not a joke in our community. We're dealing with
Arthritis, like severe
arthritis,
yeah,
right?
rheumatoid arthritis.
Also,
yeah.
you spoke about it earlier, dementia,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Alzheimer's,
Yep.
right? A lot of these issues that we're dealing with is very disparate, but I mean, it's like a large number of us
Right.
compared to the percentage of us in the
And
community.
you know what? We're private people.
Yep.
Like,
Suffering silence.
right, we do. And so a lot of times we don't say
Wait, I
nothing.
gotta pause for a second. We private sometimes about the wrong things. We real
Right.
public with some stuff.
Yeah.
Other people business.
Okay, let's say this.
We keep the business.
So let me say this.
Other people business.
Let me say this. Hold on. We're private about our health.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are private about our health.
Extremely
And physical health.
private.
You know, like people will be diagnosed with something and be like, I'm not telling my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not
That's
telling
right.
anybody.
You so
You know what I
true
mean?
and
But
suffer.
I'll do it. And your mama get up and then you like, why you moving like that? Oh, I just slept the wrong way. But you know that the doctor done told you this. And then like,
That's
you
so
know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is why your village is important because then your village will help you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need that help. Can y'all hear me out there?
We hear you.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what the truth. People people so private about their health because they have had bad experiences or heard people talking about other people. So what they don't want to do is get into that rumor mill. But what we saying is you got to talk to the right people
Right.
about your health.
Yeah.
You do.
Right. Not just
Physical,
talking.
mental, and emotional.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because suffering in silence is leading our community into situations we don't want to be in.
And you know what else it is? When you say it out loud, it makes it real.
Mm. When
A
you
lot
say
of
it out loud, it make it real.
yes, a lot of times you don't want to say it out loud because they don't want to
For
believe.
it to be real.
So, and they feel
Yeah,
like,
it's like an acknowledgement that okay, yeah, it's
Mhm.
real. Yeah,
But not
sure.
acknowledging it doesn't stop it.
it does not stop it.
You
And
get what I
You
mean?
can't
So
bury your head in the sand.
Yeah.
Like,
but
yeah.
once you know what you so once you figure out that you whatever it is, now you can fight it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, you can't do people. You
Mm.
need your team. You need your village. You need your tribe to help you get through this. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, the burden you think you're burdening other people, you're not. Not if them your people.
Yeah,
They
it ain't
gonna
no
be
burden.
there.
Yeah,
They ain't no burden.
they gonna ride with you. You asked this question. I don't know the answer, but you asked the question off air. Do you think Trump is going to jail? So I'm asking you, and I'm asking my audience. Put it in the chat. Y'all think Trump going to jail?
I got it. So I don't think Trump is going to jail
Mhm.
because the president of the United States is like a secret society. You know, they don't let each other go to jail. So if Trump is convicted of all crimes in every state, President Biden will um, give him a
The party?
pardon
You think?
because you can't take Secret Service officers into prison with you. So for a lot of those reasons, because the president has a lifetime protection package,
Okay.
right? For the rest of his life,
Yeah.
they get a detail of Secret Service agents, usually the ones who was with them in the White House.
Okay.
They get
They
a crew
keep their
and
team.
they
Yeah.
keep a crew with them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How is he gonna take that to prison? It's not happening.
You know what?
Yeah.
Forget about
So
it.
here we go.
Forget about it.
I like that, and I'm gonna agree. But this the thing is, you know how like they're eating this. I think like Trump came and was never really a part of the crew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Trump wasn't a part of the crew. Like you.
If let's say he convicted in Georgia,
Mhm,
right? The Georgia governor will pardon.
mhm.
See what I'm saying?
Okay. I got
Listen
you.
up. Listen, you got to play it out. It's ball. Game it out.
Whatever the state, if
Whatever,
it's a state charge,
whatever
so if it's a federal charge, then
Biden would do
I
it.
don't
If
think
it-
Biden would.
yeah.
Well, I know.
Biden is an American soldier. Have you ever heard Biden's speeches before he was running for office?
But yeah,
Him and
we
Trump
said
sounded
he
alike.
said lock Trump up.
No, before he was president. I ain't talking about like Vice President Biden. I'm talking about
Mhm.
Senator and Congressman Biden.
Mm.
Him and Trump sounded the same. They had the same rhetoric.
Mm.
Only thing separating when they ran for office against each other.
Mm.
Other than that, they probably would have been at Mar-a-Lago. Biden probably was a Mar-a-Lago customer before
Yeah. Before now.
before the
But you
chips
know,
fall.
running against each other will divide because we see DeSantis and
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
see,
And
you see
and he was loving Trump before that.
oh,
Yeah.
was he?
I thought when he was running the first time, I thought it was a joke.
But DeSantis was a joke or Trump?
No, the DeSantis commercials. So his commercials was like him reading to his little baby, "Make America Great Again" thing, and it was
Yeah.
like he was tying himself to Trump, and it was almost like satire to see how over the top his
So,
support for Trump was.
but
And
listen,
I'm like,
Trump,
really, this dude
Trump,
he
Trump
really
came
real? And
down
it worked.
and ordained Governor DeSantis to beat his opponent.
Yeah,
So DeSantis was a long shot.
that was in the Gillum days. Remember,
Yeah,
he was
this
on,
is
he was
this is
on
when they was running in the Republican side. 'Cause, the
Yeah.
Republicans do their side, then the Democrats do their side, and then those two meet in the middle.
Right,
Whoever the Democrats pick for governor and whoever the Republicans pick, and then they run against each other.
right.
So in the Republican race, DeSantis was not the favorite.
Mm.
The favorite actually went against Trump. And so when it came time for him to do his endorsements, he endorsed DeSantis. And Governor DeSantis benefited from the Trump endorsement tremendously.
Yeah,
So that's how that little relationship came together.
right.
And so now that they might be running again, I think they're going to be vice president and president.
You think so? Who's
Yeah.
gonna be on the top?
They'll put that package together to win.
Who's
Come
gonna
on.
be on the top? You think
Trump.
Trump on
I
top?
don't think so.
You think DeSantis on Trump and
No,
Trump
Yeah.
on vice?
so let
Trump
me
Trump
tell
ain't gonna
you,
be nobody's
yeah,
vice.
yeah, cancer.
To get in,
About it.
to get in,
Forget about it.
I think it'll be the other way around. Put Trump on top and DeSantis
sometimes
as
the vice president is the most powerful of the presidents. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Like
So
when
then-
you had Ronald Reagan, the real president was George
George
Bush
Bush,
Sr.
yeah.
So did you just hear what you said? Who's the smarter of the two? Who has the real intelligence?
He said,
You know what I mean? Like when you
So
look at
who's smarter of the two, right?
"Listen, I'm not going. All I'm going to say,
so you just said it. If the vice president is more powerful and really, there you go.
I hear that. I hear
So
that.
it's Trump DeSantis, not DeSantis Trump.
Wow.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah. No.
Call in.
Yeah.
If you watching on Facebook right now, drop a comment. Let us know what you think about the upcoming president race, governor race, whoever.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. What's on your mind? So
But
Will
DeSantis
Trump run
said
again?
that he's not getting involved with this Trump stuff, right?
With the case
The
and
case
all
he
his
said that, and
political,
he does
yeah.
say that like he think it's ridiculous that all the stuff that's going on in the world, and you worried about something that happened years ago.
that's what we said about
Mhm.
Bill Cosby. Shit,
Yeah, we
that's what
did.
people said about Bill Cosby.
Yeah, what?
We used to happen so long ago, and all this stuff going on. I worried
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then I seen that the prosecutor in Georgia, the lady who been hitting everybody with RICO charges,
Yes.
trying to hit Trump with a RICO.
Oh yeah?
Mm.
Wow. Y'all stay tuned, man. It's getting interesting.
It is.
That's what my wife she said, well, they need to go to jail with him talking about the Secret Service, right?
go with it.
But I think a lot of them do the same dirt. That's why he's not going, because a lot of them
Yeah,
all
that's
you
right.
know, they all in bed together. So now you tell on him, he gonna start snitching and telling them y'all.
And
They
you
had
know,
to call
and
for
one
him.
thing I
Yeah.
will tell you, Trump is not loyal.
Oh no.
No, this is why I say Trump is transactional. Like if you can see a
That's true,
benefit,
Domino.
you know, if he can see a benefit in the situation, y'all don't have to like each other. But if you give him a good plan, he'll go with it.
Okay.
And that's the difference between him and DeSantis. If DeSantis don't like you, no matter what you do.
Yeah, how good it is, whether it's gonna hurt him and his whole base.
Right, it's down.
Yeah.
Trump at least have the conversation with you, and if he sees the value in it, he'll go in. And if you close the door and don't like him, he don't care.
Right.
Because he really is a businessman. Now he go off
So
on,
exactly.
he's definitely transactional. If you look at his record, like you know, him go off on people, fire him, bring him back, do all this other stuff, like he's transactional.
So
Go ahead.
because it's transactional, I think that what we need to do in politics, local politics, national politics, we need to put the transformation in the transaction.
That's right.
Right? Too many empty transactions going on.
Yes, sir.
When we can turn that mundane transaction into a transformational situation.
That's
So
true.
when I agree with you, so when you look at it, like I feel like because Trump is so transactional that we set out and didn't put stuff on his plate.
Didn't
Like,
give him nothing to transact with us.
I mean, I don't think we're giving Biden that.
we're not, but what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
who giving Biden anything?
Where is those Georgia and
but
what
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. A lot of times we sit back and we talk about what we're not getting, but we're not giving them nothing to give us.
or
anything.
or they're not listening. right?
It could
So
be.
so I don't want
No, and I think 'cause it's not even an or. It's like
and they ain't
we ain't giving them enough. I'll say it that way. We
Right.
ain't giving them enough. And then the things that we're giving them that is enough, they ain't
but
listening.
I don't want to go for
Yeah,
that because
yeah,
that's blaming the victim, right?
yeah.
And then we get in a spot where we blame the victim of this when it's really people came to them people with it.
Yeah, I won't say it's blame. I think it's responsibility
Right.
because
But
it's not blaming, but it's saying we do have a responsibility to make
so
sure that we united towards a purpose and an objective, and we're not gonna let up until we reach that purpose and objective, regardless to who's in office and what party they're in. Like we can't ease off because he a Democrat, or we gonna ease off because whatever. Like, and we gonna go hard because they Republicans, and now we gotta fight and all of that. Like, we gotta fight whoever
Right.
to get things done
And
for
I
whatever.
for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think we
And that
sit
ain't victim
out.
blaming. That's just a reality of the way that the landscape is. Like, whatever we get, we gotta fight for.
And
Like,
a lot of
we
times,
haven't gotten anything. We just said, oh, we finally got us a nice guy in here, and he's gonna give us. Like, no, you
no,
gotta
you
fight the nice guys to get what we want too.
Wow.
gotta constantly fight, and a lot of times we sit back and pout.
hmm
But see that's
Or we just let them drive.
Right. That's
We,
another.
we,
but that ain't blaming.
No, it's
It's
just it's
reality.
assigning responsibility. It's just saying, look, we have a duty to continue to fight.
How
Like you can't sit down. That ain't blame. It's just a fact. Like okay,
Right.
when Obama got elected, 2010, the Tea Party. You see the dynamic.
They fought.
You
They
see the flip.
They did what they
Like
had to
like
do.
we fought to get him in, and then when he got in,
They fought against.
they fought against
And
him,
they
and we
kept
didn't
saying
fight
that,
with him.
and we
to-
didn't fight with him
Yeah.
to keep him right.
But
and we gave him passes. There was a lot of excuse making, a lot of you know what I
But
mean.
it
Like
was, but
he the first black one, so we got to kind of chill. We can't like do
let's
that.
see what we should have
that's
did.
usually what we do.
But we chill either way, I think. So
Especially with the first black though.
right. But what we
Like we chill.
we but and then we chill because
Nah, they turn up though. They turn up. They turn up.
Okay,
where
Man, they turned up on Obama.
black people.
Everybody.
I ain't see black people really turn up on
Man,
Obama.
man, when Obama came to Gibbs High School, Obama, what you doing for the black community?
But that's
That ain't no outlier.
but
People
that
felt
is,
that.
that is
No,
an outlier.
no.
I think them saying that.
That was needed to be said.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
and two. That's how people felt.
yeah.
and you want me to tell
Yeah,
you
that's
people,
right.
you so people felt like that and
But that's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but what they should have did is again, what are we doing for black people, right?
Yeah.
When you look at it, again, we need to put the people in office to think like Obama. We didn't give him the resources to make him even more successful than what he wanted. And a lot of times we want to point the blame at everybody else and not look at ourselves. We only voted for Obama. We didn't vote for anybody
Yeah,
else.
that's hey, listen talking earlier about you helping get people to vote. Almost everybody got registered because of Obama.
Yeah.
But they only
Yeah, that
voted
That was when they voted. That was when they. That
And
was,
then in 2010, everybody was like, "Oh, we got Obama."
Yeah,
But they came out
yeah,
for the midterm.
with the red, with Operation Red now.
Yeah, there you go.
But you didn't
And we
vote.
live in a red map right now, y'all.
Because they had an Operation Red Map that started in 08, 09,
Yeah,
I always
and they
say
ran the play.
we always vote for the top of the house, right?
and not the bottom.
And not the bottom. And we need the bottom because you need a foundation. So
Yeah.
your foundation
It's
starts at the
weak.
bottom.
Ooh.
So if you don't have your city councils all the way up to think like your president,
Mm-hmm.
then your house is gonna crumble and it's gonna fall.
Oh man, I want to say this. So who your city council member,
Mm-hmm.
your school board member, who your neighborhood association president is matter because those senators, school board members, and neighborhood association presidents become governors
Yeah.
and presidents.
So
Right?
so let's pause for a second too. I want to congratulate you, my brother, on being elected to president of the Child Park Neighborhood Association last night. Let's give it up for Mr. Evans. So you got big things in the future if that's the case. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like if that's the first step in the process.
I want to say thank you to you, the first senior president, because I replaced you, so
Yeah.
you're the former
So
senior.
I'm
You the
what they
senior.
would call immediate pass.
The immediate past president, thank you for all the work you've done and all the service you've done. I want to say thank you to my new installed vice president, Sister Muhammad,
Yeah.
Sister Sierra Clark,
Yes.
and thank you,
Miss Tomlin,
Miss Tomlin,
secretary.
to the
Yeah.
secretary, Shawty P, the gospel gangster,
Yeah.
our conscience, right?
Yeah.
You know
She's
how
the
you had your
ethical leader of the
listen
team.
when you had your conscience on your shoulder.
Yeah.
That's Shawty P. Thank you
That's
for
right.
returning.
That's
And
right.
yeah, we want to do some amazing work and keep the amazing work going in Charles Park.
Yeah, man. How's that feel, man? Being
It's
elected to be president
it's
of the neighborhood
it's
association.
surreal. It's like almost 10 years, 11 years exactly,
Mm.
right? Almost
Yeah,
exactly.
2012,
Yeah,
13,
almost. Yeah.
13, yeah.
It's almost 11 years exactly from when I wandered into the neighborhood. Um, shots out to Robin Wynn because I
Yes.
remember
Yes.
Robin Wynn nominated me for vice president,
I remember that.
and I wasn't even there for that, right? I wasn't even there for that, and she was like, "I nominate Jabbar for vice president," and sat back.
Yeah.
You know why? Because y'all were
Yeah.
like Batman and Robin.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what she
Yeah.
said. That
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
case. That's the
Yeah.
case she put it.
That's what she put.
See,
Yeah.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah, that was the case. And amazing thing is good vision
Yeah.
because yeah, we ready.
Yeah.
And she was there last night,
You
Yeah.
ready?
right?
Yeah. How
You
cool
see
is
that?
that? Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you see the circle?
Yeah, I see it. I see it. And then I remember when she threw that down.
I
was like,
remember when
boom.
she dropped
It
that.
was like a big joker. When you when she said, "I nominate
Listen,
Jabbar
we
Ahmed
were
for vice
listen,
president." Bam.
we wasn't here for that. Listen, I couldn't say no. I'm like,
Right. You accept the
I
nomination?
didn't even put my name in the hat. Where my name come from?
It was a nomination from the floor.
Yeah, it was a nomination from the
Jabbar,
floor.
I have a question. Do you ever, because I know you get nominated, like people be like, Jabbar, and like you're the president for a few things, right? Do you ever just be like, nah?
No,
I didn't
because
think
Yeah.
because I asked so many people to do so much stuff and it's kind of like, okay, now it's your turn. You don't ask them to do it. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
That's why I stopped saying that I wouldn't run because it's like if the situation and the circumstances come together, I do it because like I done asked people and then supported them to do it,
Yep.
and now it's your turn. 'Cause we always say we need to build a bench.
That's right.
We need to have some people ready, and we're not looking at ourselves as those people, right? We thinking we're gonna teach the people who gonna do it when really we should be the ones that be doing it.
Yeah.
so. I agree with you.
Ooh.
I agree with you, but I'm not there yet. Let me
Well, look, that was me for a long time. What you just said was
I'm
me for
not
a long
there
time.
yet.
I'm
And this how it happened.
People be like, Qiana, you should run.
You
Jabbar,
listen,
need to run.
listen,
Jabbar,
yes,
Yeah.
listen. I swear, I'd be like, you perfect.
So I'm gonna tell you,
not there yet.
that's how it happened. And look, this is how it goes. Because I was that same way, right? Like I'm with you in theory, but I'm not there yet. But as soon as I decided that I was gonna do it, everything that we had been talking about, it just like happened the way we wanted it. Like
90 days, 60 days, like
yeah, and it was like the stuff that I said the conditions and the circumstances and all of the stuff that I said
how you wanted it,
how I wanted to do it.
So that's what the power of the tongue. Y'all said that earlier today.
And this is so you said all that to put the obstacles in the way because you be like,
it never happened like that.
Yeah,
It would never happen like that.
and that's how it happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like,
I made a wish. Like I said, I wish that I could just do the job without having to go through that whole process and all of that stuff that come with it, and just be able to do the job. Like I like to do the job.
So can I say
And
something?
then boom.
Okay.
Job being done.
Now we still got a
Job being done.
Job being done.
I'm saying you
But we
doing
still
the
got to
thing.
go through
So
that
let me
process
say
though.
this is another Brother John thing. So
Okay.
since nobody ain't called in, call in.
The phone line is open.
It is
And
open.
we can actually
He hear you.
we're gonna be able to hear you.
Yeah,
They will too, and we don't have to
Thank you,
mute
Mr. J, for that.
Yeah, Mr. J came and did his razzle dazzle.
Listen, Karen press the radio.
All right, so here I'm gonna say this is that like in your newly appointed position, you've already made change. Like you started this little tour thing.
Okay, just say that.
Right?
Go ahead.
I'll say
They
this.
wasn't doing tours until I
No, but they wasn't doing tours until you did it. Like I
Wow.
mean, it's proof in the pudding.
Okay.
This, you
Yeah,
know,
I'll take
we've been out here
I hear in these streets.
in these streets.
Yeah.
You know, we done been on some meetings.
Yeah.
You start as soon as you got it over, you was like, this is what I'm doing. You did it. You done had a couple of town halls.
Yeah.
You about to have another one
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah. In these streets, yeah.
All in these streets,
All
man.
in
People,
these
yeah.
streets.
Bringing
Like,
City Hall to the people.
right.
Hey, but that's a
And
beautiful
it's
thing.
catching on. It's catching on.
But that's beautiful though.
But
I
we
like that.
subscribe
Yes.
to
I take
like,
that,
we
yeah.
want people to.
Yes.
If you don't reinvent the wheel, if the wheel is working,
It ain't working. That's why you gotta reinvent it.
no.
Okay, but no, I see where you going, and I just he just class. That's just
Yeah.
he wouldn't be him if he didn't do
Yeah,
that.
so that's fine.
But I hear where you going with it though. Yeah, we working a process. And,
I hear that.
yeah.
And your
All
process
right.
is working.
So
Right,
so
so
don't change that if
Don't
it's working.
change that.
Yeah,
And
build
then-
on
But
to
there
it.
are times when you need to change the process. This is just not one of
This
them.
ain't
Yeah.
one of the times. And then on top of that,
See how they
what
make me do it.
happened
See how I do it.
look, and what's happening is that people are seeing that you're making a difference.
To God be the glory.
Right. And
Yeah.
so, hey, if he doing it, why can't I?
Hey, listen, the
Yeah.
change you want is you. You said be the change
Yes.
you want to be.
Yes.
And that's what, like you said, you asked me, am I turning stuff down? I rarely do. And it's because I want to be the change that I want to see.
Yeah.
And I want to model it, right? So if I do have some influence or somebody's watching, they can be the change they want to see. You know
Right.
what I mean? And then it gets contagious, right? It's like the coronavirus, but it moves a little slower,
Mm.
right? And then we end up with a community that we want,
Right.
right? If we keep working at it, keep stabbing at leadership development, helping the people that's under us get to where we at, not
Mhm.
passing the torch, not falling over with the torch in our hand because we exhausted, passing
pass
it
it
over
on.
in good spirits.
Yeah.
And we're
Leave,
supposed to pass it
and
on.
make sure there's some light on it when you hand
Keep
it off.
the light.
Don't
Keep
let
it
it
lit.
burn all the way down and then pass
If you
it.
need a light, I got
So
I got a lighter if you need a
I'm
lighter.
one of those people who subscribe to like, hey, and I think I still do to a degree that like you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing, right?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and like, I do a lot of work people don't know, but this is your
Oh
diary.
yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
This is
Yeah.
your diary.
Yeah.
This is how you pass the torch. Is that people do need to know the work that you're doing when you're doing great work,
Yeah.
so they know how it can get done and that is possible. When we keep it to ourselves, then we don't give people the proper map
Right.
to go to where they need to go.
Let me give this real quick to Sean. My wife says, if the people don't come to you, you go to the people.
Mm-hmm.
And then following that up, she says, hold on. That's what Jesus did. He went and sat with the drunks and went out and talked to the people. Yeah.
Yep.
So we following the example of Jesus the
Yeah,
Christ, man. He talked to people who they said he shouldn't have been talking
He
to.
was in the streets.
They told him like, why you talking to them people?
Listen, I done heard that before.
Yeah, why you talking to them people?
What you talking to them?
And he was like, ain't this the sick that need the doctor? Like, y'all already healed. So why I need to be able to talk to y'all? Let me go talk to the people that need to be talked to.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
powerful statement.
Yeah. He's like, it's the sick that need the doctor. But yeah, that's the example that we follow. And thank you for including that, sweetie, because we do believe in Jesus, contrary to popular belief.
So thank you for the happy birthdays to
Oh yeah,
I
he
appreciate that,
flooded
y'all.
with
Thank
happy
you, Marcel.
birthdays.
Brother
Thank
John.
you.
We
Thank
got
you.
3 stars. Listen, you want
It's
to
a birthday
You can
party.
do that now.
We having a birthday party online.
Also, if you want to be real nice, let's send. We got a lot of followers. I got 5,000. Jabbar got 5,000. He got 5,000. If we all send him $1
I
each,
appreciate that.
Oh boy, that's up.
now if you get
And I
now,
help
the
people
good-
with it
now
too.
Listen, that's
I'm
up.
gonna say,
You know, it ain't just going to me.
so
Y'all know.
y'all know I'm a good manager. If you get this, I need my percentage.
Oh, you got it. You got it. You got
Send
it.
this dollar.
Call her, talk to us.
Talk to us.
Hi, this is Carrie from Campbell Park. Good morning.
Hey, Carrie, good morning. Good morning.
Carrie from Campbell Park. How you doing?
What up, though?
Good. I just want to say congratulations to Jabbar for getting nominated for president of Child Park, and to Sean for vice president, and Sierra. That's incredible. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing team. Thank you. That's amazing team. We
so
blessed
much.
over there. We're gonna bless the city.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much for calling, Carrie.
I just keep up the good work, and we're trying to do more of what Child Park is doing. You guys have so many great community programs for your neighbors, and we're going to try to implement some of those in our neighborhood too.
Awesome.
What neighborhood are you in?
Campbell
In
Park.
Campbell
Carrie
Park.
from Campbell
Yeah,
Park.
Campbell Park.
Yes,
Yeah,
just
Campbell
get
Park.
with me. We will link. We'll make you happy, Carrie.
That sounds great.
Yep.
Congratulations again. Have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we willing to help. Contact us. Get with us because we'll help. We'll share the blueprint. We'll pass the torch. because it's about having a better community, not just one better neighborhood.
So
Right?
I'm glad you said that. That's perfect. Because I've been going to these different neighborhoods.
I've been seeing you doing your thing.
Yeah, I've been going to these
Neighborhood
different
association. I've
neighborhoods,
seen your pictures.
and boy, I'm having a
Your
time of
brother
my
John
life
selfie.
just meeting people who I never met. Like we was in Broadwater, really right here.
Yeah,
So
I'm
the section
Broadwater.
is in Broadwater. So I met the Broadwater neighbors, and I tell you the when we talk about diversity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Broadwater group don't look like the Charles Park group.
Yes,
They don't
yes.
look like the Palmetto Park group. You know what I mean? But the energy and the spirit of the groups has been amazing,
Wow.
and the reception of the groups. And I'm realizing that most of us all basically want the same things.
Yes, just figure out how to get it. Our
Just
different
figuring
ways
out how
of
to
trying
go
to
there.
get it. Yep.
Basically, now some of us that don't want the same thing, and it's like there's a balance in that as well. You know, some of us like, no, they want that over there, but we don't want that over here in our neighborhood. And so how do I, as you know, representing the whole, you know, really bring that together and harmonize it? It's kind of the space that I'm in. And I think that's one of the blessings of being a brother, you know, with siblings, and also my time and experience in the Nation of Islam, you know, the training of facilitation, like I was trained in deliberative dialogue,
Trained to
you know
go.
what I mean? And like really prepared for this moment. So to be able to be able to use what, you know, I've been learning and what I've experienced to bring together these what appears to be different groups is just like a great challenge that I'm really starting to feel and
Yes.
accept, and I love it because, like I said, I'm in one neighborhood and they like totally opposite of another neighborhood in theory, but the principle of what they're saying is the same.
Yeah.
And so, how do I get them to see, like, you know, you really saying the same thing, you're just saying it a different way.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's make this a chorus. Let's say the same
Let's
thing.
see how we can all get on the same page, and then also how you frame your disagreement, because it's a way that you can disagree where you can actually get heard. But the way that you disagree, and you're gonna get marginalized.
Yeah, that sounds like
you know
me.
what I'm saying?
That sounds like my disagreement
And so
style.
it's just like how you playing your hand. I mean, it's just, I mean,
I hear you.
you got a bad hand, but you got a partner, you can make something happen. But if you just saying I got a bad hand, you just throwing all your cards without thinking about, okay, well, I got a partner,
how to play it.
You know what I mean? I can get you two. I might be able to. You know what I'm saying?
So to answer you, what you're doing is the survey is being able to get the disagreements out.
Wow.
Yep.
You got a survey.
We do.
And so this is what happened.
We told y'all we was gonna do it.
So when you go to these different meetings, you're hearing frustration and anger and passion.
Yep.
And when you're frustrated, you're angry, and you have a lot of passion, a lot of times you can't hear what the other person is saying.
Yeah.
Even if they're saying the same thing you are.
So that's what y'all can give
to me.
Y'all can give me that for my birthday too. If y'all haven't
Take
taken
the
the survey,
survey.
take it. Share your thoughts on the issues that matter. Go to d7speaks.com. Take the survey. I also met with
D7 or D7?
D7.
D7 Speaks.
.com. But I met with the president of the Melrose Mercy Neighborhood Association yesterday too, Ms. Shelby, and then also Sister William, which was another inspiring meeting and conversation. If y'all been to like my office, I got the map of the neighborhoods on the wall, right? And so just seeing now that, you know, we making our way around that map, and to be able to have these conversations with the presidents and just share our experience being an immediate past president of a neighborhood association. It's some stuff that we thought about that maybe they haven't thought about. It's some stuff that we did. So it's like now we're in that sharing best practices space.
No, that's
You know
real.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I'm excited about that.
That's all the trainings coming in.
So we actually starting to put. So if you're in the Melrose Mercy neighborhood, y'all get ready because we about to really start to do some stuff over there. Still looking for some leadership in a couple of other neighborhoods like Twin Brooks. We want to get y'all online.
Yes, big shout out.
We really like here to do this dance, man.
So it's what's on your mind Wednesday, right?
It is.
So I have something else on my mind really quick.
Okay.
I need y'all help.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so I made a post yesterday.
Okay.
And about fathers. What do y'all want for Father's Day, right? Every year we do this for Father's Day, and the participation is wah.
Don't you listen? Don't you do us like that?
I am. I put the post.
You know how men are. We don't say much.
So this is what what
I
do
see you,
I always
James.
say?
But we
What
got
do
a lot to say.
But what do I always say? Who are men is the best thing for men, right? I say not like that, but you know what I mean. Not like that. Hey, clean
Be
it up.
careful.
Clean it up. But
Yeah.
you know, men need other men.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so men need other men, right? And even though y'all might not, they're your mentors. You know, you need the validation, even if you say they don't. So I need y'all to make the post that
Okay,
I made.
how do we want to be?
Honor for honor thy father, and I get you.
I'm just gonna share your post. Make it shareable. It wasn't shareable.
Don't make it shareable.
Yes.
Let me tell you why I don't make it shareable, because it's still from me.
Okay.
And so it's the messenger.
Okay.
You know, I'm the woman. It has to
So,
come from
brothers,
one of
let us
y'all.
know how you want to be celebrated and honored.
Let the man deliver the sales pitch.
No, but that is that's a challenge,
brother.
For like fathers who do it for real. Like, it's hard to think about that because we ain't really doing it for that. So that's another part of the thing. Like, just do it, and we appreciate whatever you do.
That's right.
You
See,
know what I mean?
see, that ain't what you want. That's not what you want.
You want us to say, okay, well, this year
I
I
want
want
to
you to
sit
take
off.
me here. I want you to sit me down. Like we really, like most guys I know, like we don't really talk about like how we.
I put bud in bottles. Nobody said nothing to me about the bud in bottles. See what I'm saying? I'm talking about the organizer.
Okay, no response, no acknowledgement, no.
I saw bourbon and barbecue, which I like.
Bourbon, and buds and bottles.
Okay.
So where the Bibles at?
And only reason why
you got Bibles and brothers or something.
So let me tell you, the only reason why I'm throwing this out, because we do this every year, right?
Yep.
And what
and it's great
happened,
every year.
and then I think it is.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, people, I want to get you what you want and not what I think you want, right?
Yeah.
And last year it was a big conversation about this with the men, and they went in about nobody does nothing, and then the event was put in there, and then they told us, "Oh, you're out of touch because that's not what we want." Like now I'm asking you what you want.
What did you do that we didn't want? What did you do that we didn't want?
Here's what I would say.
Don't do it again.
Here's what I would say. I would say this: those who talk like that don't usually speak for the whole.
Right.
So, and those who experience that again, as a father and as a brother, as an uncle, like a lot of times it's just the acknowledgement and just that you're trying to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's really all you want, because at the end of the day, you're doing it. It's not self-serving. It's not self-seeking. So I don't need validation. I'm trying to be the best I can for the people who I love.
And that's why we try to appreciate you.
And so just saying we appreciate you sometimes is it. And so whatever you do to attempt, any attempt that you make is going to be appreciated by those who really are looking for it. But then you're going to always have that element of saying, see, this, that, the other, the third, but that's not the majority. And I mean, you listen to it, but don't let that influence how you show up and how you move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Show up. I just want y'all opinion. So,
because that be like low key hate too, though. Sometimes. Like,
I subscribe.
Why you hating?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're almost done.
Oh, that went quick. So we do have an Ask Qiana.
Let's run.
Let me find it. Let's find the Ask Qiana question for today. Let the people know who they listening to.
You're listening
Tampa Bay
Breakfast Club. 99 Jams and Bird, Carefrest the Radio.
Believe that. All right, Ask Qiana. Look, you showing out. We got good sound now, so we like leaning in. Tampa Bay Breakfast Club live on 99 Jams. The Bird.
You got to roll the bird.
Oh yeah. All right, so Qiana, you're in an official relationship with the person, but they repeatedly introduce you as their friend while at a family holiday gathering. Would this bother you?
Yes.
Okay. Explain.
All the way.
Explain.
So I think it's disrespect. Like if y'all already is official and you say, and that means I feel that they don't value the relationship or
So
they're
so
hiding
so,
something.
so let me. How do you become official? How do you know that you're official? What is that like? We go together now.
I think
Would you be my lady?
it needs to be a conversation.
But
Some
you
people,
don't say okay like we're official. I think
life just kind of make
how
you
do you become official?
So life just kind of make you official, right?
At what point is that?
How do you know when you're official?
And that's the problem because it's not defined.
Okay, so
This is not the question, but it says you're in an official relationship, so we gonna break it down.
If you're in an official relationship, then that means there was some type of conversation that was had at one point.
Okay, got it.
Right.
And I'm just trying to
agreed upon about
I'm trying to double click on what that is, but we don't have time to really explore that fully.
So it's a conversation that was had,
Yeah.
right?
So you've had that conversation, and now they repeatedly introduce you as their friend.
So then I would ask, because I would be like, so who else here you trying to impress?
Okay.
Like, why is my title changed now because we're here? And so I also believe people only respect your significant other as much as you do.
Okay.
So if you are going around telling people we're just friends, and then they're not going to respect our union because you don't respect our union.
Because you're just friends.
Because we're just friends.
Oh,
and I think that what you're doing at that point, you're leaving the door open for you to explore other things, right? And so, I mean, honestly, if somebody is doing that, then you may not be the person for them because you're just the placeholder at this time until they find something more permanent.
Oh, so
it's a possibility.
So that would bother you.
Oh, it would definitely bother me if like we're together and then you're telling everybody we're just friends. Like, why can't you say it?
That's the real argument. I heard you.
What would they say?
Why can't you say it?
Like, this is my lady, this is my girlfriend.
My friend.
My girlfriend. Some people say my lady. This is my lady. Hey, I like y'all to meet my lady. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
My Pete.
Yeah.
Can't be the Pete. That's my Pete.
That's my people right here.
You don't remember that. You don't remember my people.
What
people am I?
If you're at the family holiday and this is your first holiday with them,
okay,
then it is kind of, if y'all already said that y'all together, it is definitely disrespectful.
And you made it to the family holiday thing. That's a big step because like everybody don't make it to the family holiday.
You think people don't?
But everything can't be everything. Everything can be everything.
Everything can't be everything, but I will tell you, if it bothers you, it's something.
Oh,
and
this is my lady.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my friend.
This is my Pete.
This is my friend.
I mean,
hey y'all. Hey y'all.
You all right with the Pete? Pete's good.
What up, cuz? How you doing?
Hey man, it's my Pete.
Who that you got with you, boy?
Let me get my Pete.
Hold on. All right. Who that you got with you, boy?
Who that my friend?
Hey, who you doing?
She just a friend. They made a song about this.
Long time I don't see, cuz. Who that is you got with you, boy?
Oh, it's my friend, girl.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. My friend, girl. I heard that one too.
Yeah.
And I'm a girl.
Nah, but
how about guys? If you introduce them as a friend, like just thinking about this. If the shoe's on the other foot, if it's a guy, right? And guys, y'all let us know how you feel, fellas. If you get introduced as the friend repeatedly, are you bothered by that or not?
Because you want me to tell you why I would say this? Is because you don't even have to. You could just say, "This is Qiana. This is John."
No, they don't work like that. That is at the family reunion. Oh, who did John?
But like, is you some kin? You like,
hey, John, how you doing?
John, who John? Whose son you is? Who you know?
Listen,
if it's the family thing, people want to know: is we family or is who that? Huh?
I'm gonna say this: if Tashawn and John show up together, right?
Yeah,
and y'all at a family reunion, family function. They know Tashawn ain't been the one, and she showed up with you.
Who is that?
What you gonna say?
Depending on where we was, because we was friends for a long time, for real.
When y'all was friends, you
that's my lady.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my lady.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's something about
forever, my lady.
That's my lady. This ain't my girlfriend.
You want me to tell you what it is? It's the honor in it.
Yeah.
It's like you're proud of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you then say I'm a friend, to me, I be like, what? You embarrassed? Like, what is
But we really
I
see
see it
it
in your
though.
eyes.
You
Like,
do that. Yeah, that
the
really
squint. You
bothers.
see the
Yeah,
squint?
I seen it. Like,
Hey,
that's gonna be a long ride home, boy. If we
you
ride
go home.
like, even if we
You ain't go home tonight. You go stay with your family.
Right, go ahead, friend.
So I'm a friend. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, so your friend. Oh, I think he's cute. Like,
See, starting that mess.
I mean, what happened is
Yeah,
you
you
open that can.
that'll bring out your petty side. I can tell.
I said that mess.
That right there will bring out Qiana's petty side. I can see that happening right now. Oh, I'm your friend.
Oh.
I'm about to really be your friend.
Oh, I want the people. What's good for the geese is good for the gander.
Yeah, I know that's the truth. Good
you know,
Lord.
I mean, but it's a respect thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mm.
And
What's
then
up, Dan?
a lot of times in relationships, most people want security, especially women.
Yeah.
And the security necessarily is not financial, but it's emotional and physical
Right.
and all the above.
Mhm.
And when we have made an agreement on something and you renege from it, it takes away my security.
Yeah. And it's how you showing up. I guess that other part of that is like, if this how you is when you in front of me and
So
we together.
imagine what you doing
Yeah.
behind my like.
Yeah.
If you say
Don't put all that in there, though. You add too
no,
much.
this is if you say
I think it's safe.
no, it is definitely safe. So like if you would say
Yeah.
I'm your friend in front of my face, imagine the narrative and the story you was telling behind my back.
Well, what if you still just trying to figure it out though? Like,
Then we haven't made it official.
okay, so it's not an official. So yeah, I guess that's it. The official relationship means you figured it out.
You figured it out.
And you go into this next level in this relationship, and you want to have that honored and respected at the introduction.
Right.
I wait until
That's just like if you
my
got
wife said you can't be trusted.
I'm with it. So that's just like if you get married and you go in.
We gotta bring my wife up here.
She can come in.
We gotta get my wife in here. Because this is stuff that I be wanting to say, but I don't want to say it without her being here to give her perspective.
You gotta get the green light.
I gotta get the green light, and also just because I'll say it from my perspective, and I think her perspective is as important on this. And so we've been working on just how we're gonna do it, because we got like 30 years, right? And I'm looking forward again to this stage in my life to be able to share, just some of my lived experience, good, bad, right or wrong. And that's why I talk about, that episode that I had for a long time. I wouldn't talk about, my suicidal ideation. I wouldn't say anything about it because I was ashamed of it. But then as we started having these conversations about mental health, hearing young people dealing with it, it's like, and then going back to it for a second, I was able to use that experience to talk down to people in different situations who would like in the act of suicide. Like there was one brother who was like literally standing in the bathroom threatening to kill himself. And I went in there, me and another brother, and by God's grace, I was able to say something to him to get him to come out and go with us. But I knew what to say to him because I know what he was feeling. I knew what he was thinking. And so I knew what button to push to like really get him to like, snap out of it. Whereas everybody else, they're confused, they don't know what to do. But it's like, nah, I've been you. I know what you're dealing with. And I just hit him with something. And what I hit him with, it snapped him out of it. And he ended up leaving with us. And so then there was another incident as well. But just that lived experience, again, it was something that I kind of kept quiet because it's like, man,
If not you, then who?
You know what I'm saying?
Right? If not you, then who? And I feel like there's no mistakes, and God takes you through situations, and it may not necessarily be for you.
Yep.
It may be a blessing for someone else so that you can help pull them through.
Well,
and
yeah.
I definitely subscribe to that. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave the Qiana alone. It's just
that was a digression, but yeah, I want to get my wife thinking. That's the point.
Well, bring her on in. She's always welcome. We ain't never gonna tell her no.
Right.
So,
that's right.
but so even it's just like a job. Like, do you not brag about your promotion? Like, if you
I'm laughing because I know we had some jobs that we probably wouldn't have bragged about. Ain't said a word. Just, like, he had to make me, man. You got to tell him you.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't mean it.
Okay, so here you look, we're dating, we're official, we're engaged. So if you buy somebody a ring and ask them to marry him, and then they be like, "Oh, that's just my boyfriend," you be like, "No,
Oh
we fiance."
no.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
And
yeah.
it stages to this. Like if we're
Yeah.
dating, and then you out of the dating pool, and now we official,
I
and then
needed to
from
be
the official, you engage, and when you engage, you get married, and just when you're married, and be like, "No, that's just my fiance." Wait, we had a whole ceremony. What you talking about?
you no longer the fiance.
Oh,
That's just my
yeah.
dog.
I done graduated.
I want you to meet my dog.
What? Your dog?
The
The look on Qiana's face would be everything.
And my face tells it all.
Yeah.
The squinting of the eye, like she can't see,
So get it right,
like you
y'all.
trying to read.
Get it right.
Yeah.
All right, so we got what 5 minutes. Sister Hughes coming up next. I want to give a shout out to the legendary Sister Hughes.
With
man.
Sister Hughes.
Yeah, legendary Sister Hughes. She's gonna be coming on 99.1 FM after this. And y'all got any announcements? What's cooking,
Yes,
man?
I got a lot of announcements.
Okay.
Run it.
So first, we wanted to talk about the state of Black St. Pete.
Yes,
March 31st at Enoch Davis Center at 6 p.m. This will be a panel conversation
Okay.
talking about the challenges and opportunities that's in front of us at St. Petersburg, Florida, for the Black St. Pete citizens. So big shouts out to the Urban League Young Professionals. The Urban League, Pinellas County Urban League. We're gonna make this thing happen, man. We're gonna have some solutions. We're gonna cook up something so we can help out.
Good deal. I'm riding that way, man. The day before the State of Black St. Pete, we have in the District 7 Town Hall number 2. And it's going to be March the 30th at the Center for Health Equity, continuing the conversation. And we actually got the draft of the raw data from the first one, and we actually going through that right now. Just sorting it out. It's a lot. It was a lot of conversation, a lot of input, and the team at USF did an amazing job of compiling that information. My computer just died, so we're gonna have to. You can take it from there. But so yes, it's going to be an amazing conversation. Building on that, presenting the data, and then preparing ourselves after the town hall for the April budget summit. Budget open house, and we're going to be inviting people to come and share your thoughts, your ideas on budget recommendations. So yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. Oh, books and breakfasts this weekend at Child's Park. So continuing that push for literacy. I think Women's History Month is the theme, and so we're going to be talking about women in history at Books and Breakfast at 11 o'clock at Child's Park Saturday, and there's some other stuff. You got to go to the St. Pete Community Calendar page to see it. Though.
Okay, well, I'll just continue up.
Keep going.
Tonight will be open mic
Come on.
at 31 grand if you're looking for
Up
something
there
to
like
do.
granny panties.
Yes, it is. So make sure you show up.
I really said that too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Hey, I was actually there last week. It's amazing vibe.
It's up there like granny panties.
Yes, it's amazing vibe. Great comedians. Make sure y'all pull up tonight.
So yes, it's free. So make sure that you go to 31.
FRE.
Yeah.
Come on now, get that.
Look at the face.
FRE. I'm the hype man. I'm the hype man.
Yeah, boy.
But he hear my voice, it's like, hop in.
Yeah, boy.
No. That's all good.
I'm Jam Pony.
Go ahead.
31 grand. Go ahead.
31 grand.
31 grand.
She said, I saw it.
All right. So then, not this week or
Okay.
next week, the following week, first Friday.
Yeah, boy.
We say.
First Friday.
Friday.
So first Friday, she say, if you missed out, you're missing out on a great conversation and a great time. If you ever looking for something to do, Urban Drinkery is the place to be. You cannot go wrong with the vibe there. Yes, so write down those 5 things that make you smile. When you get a chance, we're gonna also put in there. Please send Brother John some money. But
$, Bro John +7.
Right.
$, Brother John 47.
47. All right. We're gonna tag it in. I really want him to hit this 5,000. All we gotta do is spend $1.
Wow.
4 quarters.
Listen, I just had a very, very good idea. Right? All proceeds going to the $2,000 we're supposed to raise
for the 99
jams.
Oh yeah, we'll do that first.
It's a fundraiser. Because listen, but I just thought about.
Yeah.
I just thought about.
Yeah, we can do that. Give to the radio station for my birthday.
Listen, I just thought about it.
I mean, if you give me $5,000, y'all know I'm giving something to somebody
So
somewhere.
let them
Yeah.
give you the 5,000.
But that HOJM fund could use a little help.
It can. So
You don't know what the HOJM fund is, though.
It don't matter.
Help old John Muhammad.
So give the 5,000. So the dollar, and I'm gonna cash up him a couple of dollars, just a couple, 1, 2. But
when we gotta get out of
here. It out. So I'm gonna start the cash app, right? So then everybody else need to follow.
Okay.
Right.
Go to carefrestradio.com.
No. Let me tell you why we're not gonna confuse them with that. It's because no. We're giving them simple instructions, and then if we hit the goal, Brother John is gonna send the money over there.
I promise.
Yeah.
Look at you, face.
No. This is how we doing it.
Yeah.
Right. This is me, Qiana.
This is your brother John.
I'm the one on that
under protest, right? Y'all believe and do good. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, boy. It ain't cold no more.